These are murmurers, complainers. Part 1 of 3, Jude 1:16. These are murmurers, complainers, walking after their own lusts. And their mouth speaketh great swelling words, having men's persons in admiration because of advantage. There are 6 books in the Old Testament and 8 books in the New Testament which people have murmured. All these scriptures have murmuring in common. They show people complaining, grumbling, whispering against God's will, God's provision, God's servants, God's judgments, or God's truth, as in Philippians 2:14. Do all things without murmurings and disputings. In the Old Testament, the children of Israel murmured many times after God delivered them from Egypt. They murmured about water, food, the wilderness, Moses, Aaron, and even the land God promised them. But the deeper issue was not only that they complained against Moses. God said their murmurings were really against the Lord, as Psalm 100:625, but murmured in their tents, and hearkened not unto the voice of the Lord. This verse shows Israel complained privately instead of trusting God. Their murmuring revealed unbelief, disobedience, and an unwillingness to listen to the Lord's voice, even after his mercy and deliverance. Exodus 16:8. And Moses said, This shall be, when the Lord shall give you in the evening flesh to eat, and in the morning bread to the full, for that the Lord heareth your murmurings which ye murmur against him. And what are we? Your murmurings are not against us, but against the Lord. That is one major thing these scriptures teach. Sometimes people think they are only complaining about a person, a leader, a situation, or a hardship. But God sees the heart behind the complaint. When the complaint is full of unbelief, rebellion, bitterness, pride, or distrust, it becomes murmuring against God, as Hebrews 3:12. Take heed, brethren, lest there be in any of you an evil heart of unbelief in departing from the living God. Murmuring also shows a lack of faith. Israel had seen God open the Red Sea, destroy Pharaoh's army, provide manna, bring water, and guide them by the cloud and fire. Yet they still complained. Their murmuring showed that they forgot what God had already done. Instead of trusting him for the next need, they accused him, doubted him, and spoke against his servants, as on Psalm 78:19. Yea, they spake against God. They said, Can God furnish a table in the wilderness? This verse shows Israel doubted God's power and provision. Even after his miracles, they questioned whether he could provide food in the wilderness, revealing unbelief, ingratitude, and spiritual blindness. 1 Corinthians 10:10. Neither murmur ye, as some of them also murmured, and were destroyed of the destroyer. Paul uses Israel's murmuring as a warning to believers. Murmuring is dangerous because it does not stay small. It spreads through a congregation. It creates division. It weakens faith. It turns people's hearts away from thankfulness and toward rebellion, as Hebrews 3:19. So we see that they could not enter in because of unbelief.